Lift your dress. Lift your dress.
Just so, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Take the flowers back. Is it secure? Please be seated. Mountain wedding tips. Yes, right. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here to share and celebrate the joining of Ann and Brick in holy matrimony. Marriage is an honorable estate instituted in antiquity and revered since time immemorial as the noblest and most tender of human relations. May these shared roses honor those who receive them and those whose families are connected to them. May the extended families which are created here today be honored and acknowledged for their support and open arms in the welcoming of this bride and this groom and of each other. Bless this new family and each individual within it. Married to Anne, to live together in the estate of matrimony.
I do.
Anne Michelle Bruggeman, do you present yourself to be married to Richard, to live together in the estate of matrimony? I do. Turn and face each other. Staples, yeah. Where's the duct tape when you need it? Yeah.
It's hard time in the front page of the wall.
Yeah, why don't we lift, do you want to lift it up now?
There you got it.
Yes, we'll coach him through that. Okay. Okay, we're back now. Richard, will you have Anne to be your wedded wife? Will you love her, comfort her, honor and keep her in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, keep her only unto you as long as you both shall live?
I will.
Anne, will you have Richard to be your wedded husband? Will you love him, comfort him, honor and keep him in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, keep him only unto you as long as you both shall live? I will.
Marriage is in many ways a simplification of life, and it naturally combines the strengths and wills of two young people so that together they seem to reach farther into the future than they did before. Above all, marriage is a new task and a new seriousness, a new demand on the strength and the generosity of each partner, and a great new danger for both.
To be my wedded wife.
To be my wedded wife.
to have and to hold,
have and to hold,
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better or for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer or for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
till death alone shall part us.
till death alone shall part us.
This I solemnly vow.
This I solemnly vow.
I, Ann, take you, Richard,
I, Ann, take you, Richard,
to be my wedded husband,
to be my wedded husband,
to have and to hold,
to have and to hold,
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better, for worse,
for better, for worse,
for richer, for poorer,
for richer, for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
until death alone shall part us.
until death alone shall part us.
This I solemnly vow.
This I solemnly vow.
These rings are an outward and visible sign of an inward love, a commitment to a long journey together, signifying to all the uniting of Rick and Ann in holy matrimony. I take you, Ann,
I take you, Ann,
as my wedded wife.
as my wedded wife.
I pledge to love you
I pledge to love you
faithfully and always.
faithfully and always.
With this ring, I marry you.
With this ring, I marry
Sorry.
I take you, Richard,
I take you, Richard,
as my wedded husband.
as my wedded husband.
I pledge to love you
I pledge to love you
faithfully and always.
faithfully and always.
With this ring, I marry you.
With this ring, I marry you.
As by these rings you symbolize your marriage bond, may their meaning sink into your hearts and bind your lives together by devotion and faithfulness to one another. In mutual self-consecration and in ever-deepening love for each other, may you establish a home filled with the spirit of faith, truth, and goodness. I pronounce that they are husband and wife.
One last try.
Give her flowers back when she gets her head beat. There we go. No loneliness for you. Now there is no more loneliness. Now you are two bodies, but there is only one life before you. Go now to your dwelling place to enter into your days together, and may your days be good and long upon the earth. Wait for the music.
On the side of the wedge.
Shannon.
Congratulations, Joaquin Ann. I'm so happy for you. You're getting it really close up, are you? Best wishes, happiness always. Love you.
Say something clever for Ann.
I can't think of anything clever to say.
You did it. Hello. Congratulations. I wish your life happiness.
This is your moment, Janet.
Yeah, I know. You struck out.
You want to say anything to Ann?
I want to say that she looked absolutely radiant, and we're very happy. And Joe is sobbing his eyes out behind his sunglasses, and I think everybody felt very moved. And we congratulate her, and we're thrilled, and we love Ricky, and they seem incredibly happy.
Thank you. How about you, Jim?
I thought the bride was beautiful, and I love being outside. It's nice to see the entire Bruggeman family in one room.
Great. Thank you both. Speaking of that, Susan, what do you want to say to Ann? What do you want to say to your sister-in-law?
Remember those tapes, those hours and hours of tapes to watch at your house that we fell asleep doing? Yes.
This is for Ann.
This is how we did it. I didn't want to have a video.
What do you want to say, huh?
Not just when they get in your face.
Now, you left it in the car. You were going, Sue, where are the cameras? In the car.
You want to say anything to Ann? No?
Have a wonderful life together.
I'll see you occasionally, like I'll be running into Dunkin' Donuts on the road. I'll see you guys walk in.
You've been 2 years out of our family.
Well, we missed you last night at the show, but
it could be your sister, your mother, or your wife. Somebody you know and love could be suffering from breast pain. It's not typically the first sign of breast cancer, but 80% of women experience some kind of breast pain during their lives. Knowing the difference between the aches associated with the menstrual cycle and detecting a lump can be key. As WB2 News reporter Erin O'Brien explains, for one Boulder woman, it made all the difference.
Actually, this is pretty good, honey.
When 37-year-old Ann Bruggeman was diagnosed with breast cancer 3 years ago, she decided early she wouldn't take it lying down.
I thought, well, it's either roll over and die, or it's do everything you can.
Her first signs were a dry, chafed nipple, and then a tender lump.
If I would lay on my stomach, it would be a little bit uncomfortable.
After a negative mammogram, Ann figured it was nothing. But it was cancer, and it spread to her brain and liver.
And then I almost passed out.
I'd say 80% or more of women at some time in their life have some breast pain.
Dr. Christina Finlayson says most breast pain happens just before menstrual cycles. Only about 7% of cancer cases start with pain.
But it's a very specific type of pain. It's in one location, it's constant, it's very easily definable.
Breast cancer is a disease of aging. About 1 in 1,000 will get it in her 20s, 1 in 250 in her 30s, and 1 in about 120 in her 40s.
We can't prevent breast cancer, but what we can do is diagnose it early, and mammography is very important in that.
For Ann, the experience turned out to be positive.
I realized what's important, what's not important, and I realized what really mattered to me, which were my friends and family and my husband.
She survived chemotherapy and radiation, and right now there are no signs of the disease anywhere in her body.
I feel really good.
She finds strength now in her husband, courage in hope.
This sounds kind of crazy, but I am the luckiest person in the world.
Erin O'Brien, WB2 News.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. All women are encouraged to do monthly self-exams. Women at risk and those 40 and over should get mammograms every year.